not 3 points, okay? So small change from last week, all right? Okay. We did 4 themes. We did hotel, we did restaurant, we did taxi, and we did shopping. Yes? Do you remember that? Now, if you go to the home page, and you go to files, all right? You go to files, and you go to old lessons, okay? Old lessons 2011, second semester, okay? Old lessons 2011, second semester. You will find all of the course materials there. So if I click on this, it opens to 2 parts. Old discussion topics, that's our conversation labs, 1-hour conversation labs, and lesson plans, alright? That's our handouts, alright? So if you go to lesson plans, you will see that these 4 themes, hotel, restaurant, taxi, shopping, they're all right here, okay? These are the handouts that I gave you in class, or you should have brought to class, alright? Everything you need to study for the exam is right here, okay? So you can just download it online. I think that's easy for you, alright? So, let's talk about our exam. There's 3 parts of the exam. Like this class, we have 3 parts, okay? We're learning new words, so we have a vocabulary section. Every topic, for example, if I open hotel, let me just open it really quickly, sorry. Let me just open the hotel one. I saved it on the desktop. Oh yeah. That's bad. But, where? Okay, so for restaurant, for example, alright, this was the new vocabulary we learned, alright, restaurant. This was the new vocabulary we learned, right? Do you remember that? Alright, so we talked about what is an entree, we talked about what is a side order, we talked about what is an appetizer, okay? So, anyway, I guess these words are important and you should know them because I'm probably going to give you a menu, alright? I'm going to give you a menu for the exam and the menu is going to have some food on it. And you're going to have to take the food and you're going to have to put it under beverage, entree, side, or appetizer. Do you understand that? For example, fried chicken, milkshake, nachos, salad, potatoes. You understand that? So I'm going to give you a list of words from the restaurant that you would find on the menu. And on a paper, I'm just going to have like beverage, dessert, side, appetizer, entree. Alright? So you're going to have to take these words and you're just going to have to put them in the menu in the right spot. Okay? To show me that you can understand. It's pretty easy, I think. Alright? Come on, do you understand that? Everybody okay?
Yes.
That's on yes? Ladies, okay? So I think that's pretty easy. So that will be vocabulary. Anyway, you should know what is a beverage, what is a dessert, what is an appetizer, what is an entree, and what is a side. You should know that. Alright? So that will be your vocabulary test for restaurant. Now, if we go to hotel, for example, if you go to a hotel, I remember we talked about these words, okay? We talked about hotel facilities, right? What is a hotel facility? Things in a hotel room, for example. We talked about services, all right? Just do these ones. I don't care about people. I don't care about actions. I don't care. So just study these ones. Services, things in a hotel room, and facilities. So what I'll do, I'll probably just give you a piece of paper I'll just give everybody a piece of paper in your group, okay? Like usual, and I will say, okay, you have 1 minute. Please write down a list of services in a hotel. Alright? You're going to write them down. If she has 10 and she has 8, her score is going to be better. Alright? Ranking. Alright, do you understand that? Spelling is not super important, but if there's a tie, spelling is important. Alright? Same as class. Do you understand that? I don't care about people. I don't care about actions, but I remember we did these ones. So do these ones, okay? Services, things in hotel facilities. You should think about that before the exam. Okay? So that's restaurant, hotel, taxi. This is a taxi. And we did parts of a taxi cab. I remember we did this, parts of a taxi cab. Okay? And we did, what else did we do? No. Let's do common directions, okay? Directions, right? Go faster, slow down, turn right, turn left, okay? So we'll do common directions and we'll do parts of a taxi cab, okay? Meter, wheels, door, alright? So I think this is easy and I think this is easy for you, alright? So let's just focus on these 2 vocabulary points for the exam. Very easy, okay? Directions in a taxi and parts of a taxi. Alright? So you should study some vocabulary words for those. Okay? And what was the shopping? For shopping, for vocabulary, for shopping, it's pretty easy, okay? Let's say this list here. If I ask you what can you buy in a flower shop, you should be able to tell me 4 things. Alright? What can you buy in a clothing store? You should be able to tell me 4 things. Okay? Do you understand that? Okay, so I think that's pretty easy. Just look at this list. This is pretty easy. I think most of you know this, but you should just think about it a little bit. You should be able to list 4 things. 4 things, 4 things, 4 things. I think for most of you that's no problem. Okay? So that settles the vocabulary. Alright? We're finished talking about vocabulary. Do you understand the vocabulary test? Yeah. Okay, no problems? Do you have any questions about that? If you have questions, don't be shy. Okay? Yeah. Alright, the role play is very simple. The role play, I will be the waiter, okay? Your focus is you're going to be the customer for restaurant, okay? So just restaurant is customer, alright? So I'm going to ask you to come in, alright? And you're going to have to, I'm going to ask you some of these questions, and you should be able to respond to me, alright? If I ask you, do you have a reservation? You should be able to answer that question. Alright? If I ask you how many people in your party, you should be able to answer that question, all right? So your focus is answering my questions, responding to me, okay? You don't have to remember these. I will be speaking these, all right? Your job is to respond clearly, all right? Okay? So you should think about that. I will use the same paper as before. So I will give you one of these papers, okay? Do you remember this? So I'm going to give you a menu. You're going to order from the menu. And then this is your food, all right? So if I check this, remember this is, I didn't get it. I did not receive, right? This is to complain about the taste, okay? For example, it's too salty, it's cold, all right? It's too spicy, okay? There's some problem, it's dirty, the plate is dirty, there's hair in your food, so on, okay? There's a problem with the food, it's dirty, or the plate, or the cup, okay? This is, I made a mistake, right? You ordered nachos, but I brought you French fries. You have to explain that problem to me. And this is no problem with the food. Okay? So again, when I give you this, when you order the food, I'm going to give you a paper, and I'm going to check, and there will be a few problems. Alright? Focus is mention the problems. Correct the problem. Okay? That's for restaurant. Do you remember that? Everybody? Yeah. Okay, good. For hotel, let's do hotel. For hotel, I am going to be the customer. Okay, for hotel, I will be the customer, and you will be the front desk. I am just going to talk. We don't have to do a dialogue. There won't be a dialogue, okay? I'm just going to be a customer. And you're going to use this checklist. I'm going to give you a checklist. This won't change. This will stay the same. I won't change anything here. But here, I'm going to check your list. And it will be different. All students may be not the same. Alright? So Oteyong, his hotel will have a restaurant. But maybe Seudak's will not have a restaurant. But they might have room service, for example. So I'm going to check this. And if you have it, there's no problem. But if I want, for example, if I want to use a printer, but there's no business office, you're going to have to explain that problem to me. Alright? Do you remember that? If we have it, yes, plus how to use it. If we don't have it, no plus suggestion. Write that down, okay? I'll explain now. So for example, alright? For example, where is it? Okay, so for example, if this is your customer card, this is your hotel card, alright, your clerk card, and I'm the customer, I would say to Seudak, I would say, yes, I'm very hungry, so I would like to eat at a restaurant. You have a restaurant here. Alright, and Seudak, what are you going to say? Yes, we do. And how to use it? Maybe where is it? For example? It's on the first floor. It opens at 9 a.m., for example. Okay? So you should tell me where and maybe when does it open. Okay? Something like that. Alright? But maybe his card is this. And I would say, geez, I'm really hungry. I really need to eat some dinner. Do you have a restaurant here? And you would say, sorry, we don't have one, but you should make a suggestion. For example, sorry, we don't have a restaurant, but we do have a bar on the second floor. It has a very small menu, for example. Or you could say, no, we don't have a restaurant, but there's a McDonald's across the street. Okay? So no an alternative suggestion. Alright? Do you understand that? You remember that from our role play, yeah? Okay? Alright, so anyway, you will be the clerk, the front desk clerk, and I am going to be the customer. Okay? Do you understand that? So you should review these sentences, okay? You should review these sentences.